to SpeakFlow English, the podcast that helps you learn practical, real-world English that you can actually use in your daily life. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark. Anna, I have to tell you about the most embarrassing restaurant experience I had last week.
Oh no, what happened? Did you spill something?
Worse. I went to a nice restaurant, and when the server came to take my order, I completely froze. I knew what I wanted to eat, but I couldn't remember how to say it properly in English. So I just pointed at the menu and said, "This one."
Oh, Mark. Well, at least you got your food, right?
I did, but I felt so frustrated because I've been learning English for years and I still couldn't order confidently at a restaurant. And then the server asked me, "How would you like that cooked?" And I had no idea what to say.
That's such a common experience. And actually, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How to navigate restaurants in English with confidence, from making a reservation to paying the bill.
Yes, because restaurants are one of the most common places where we need to use English, but they can also be one of the most stressful.
Exactly. And today, we're going to take away that stress by teaching you all the essential phrases, vocabulary, and cultural tips you need to feel confident in any English-speaking restaurant.
Perfect. But before we dive into this delicious topic, let's take a moment to thank all of you listening right now. Whether you're cooking, commuting, or just relaxing, thank you for being here with us.
Yes, and if you're new to SpeakFlow English, welcome. We create practical English lessons every week to help you communicate confidently in real-life situations. No boring textbook stuff, just useful, everyday English.
And we need your help. If you're enjoying this podcast, please hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribing to SpeakFlow English helps us reach more learners and lets you never miss an episode.
Absolutely. And please like this episode, share it with friends who are learning English, and leave us a comment. Tell us, have you ever felt nervous ordering food in English? What was your experience? We want to hear from you.
Every comment helps us understand what you need, and it also connects you with other learners who have similar experiences. You're not alone in this journey.
Okay, Mark, are you ready to turn restaurant anxiety into restaurant confidence?
I'm so ready. Let's dig in.
So today's topic is all about restaurant English, from the moment you walk in the door until you leave. And Mark, why do you think this is such an important topic for English learners?
Well, I think it's because restaurants are social spaces. When you're traveling, eating out, or meeting friends, you need to be able to communicate about food. And if you can't, you might end up eating something you don't like, or worse, something you're allergic to.
Exactly. And restaurants have their own special vocabulary and phrases that you don't learn in regular English classes. Like when someone asks, "How would you like that cooked?" they're not asking if you want to cook it yourself. They're asking about the level of cooking for meat.
Right. There's so many little phrases and customs that can be confusing if you've never learned them.
And here's the main idea of today's episode. Restaurant English isn't complicated. You just need to know a few key phrases and understand the typical flow of a restaurant experience. Once you learn these patterns, you'll feel confident dining anywhere in the English-speaking world.
I love that. So we're not going to overwhelm listeners with hundreds of food words. We're just going to teach the essential phrases they need for a smooth restaurant experience.
Exactly. So let's walk through a typical restaurant visit step by step from start to finish. Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. Step 1, making a reservation. Mark, when do you think someone should make a reservation?
Well, for popular restaurants or if you're going on a weekend or holiday, it's smart to make a reservation ahead of time. That means you call or book online to reserve a table.
Perfect. So here's the essential phrase. I'd like to make a reservation for number of people at time.
For example, I'd like to make a reservation for 4 people at 7 p.m. on Saturday.
Great. And if they ask your name, just say the reservation is under your name. Now, when you arrive at the restaurant, what's the first thing you say?
If you have a reservation, you say, "I have a reservation under your name."
Perfect. And if you don't have a reservation, you say table for number, please. For example, table for two, please.
And if the restaurant is busy, they might say there's a 15-minute wait. That means you'll have to wait 15 minutes before you can sit down.
Exactly. Okay, so now you're seated at your table. The server brings you menus. This is where the real English practice begins.
Yes, and here's a useful phrase. If you need a moment to look at the menu, you can say, "Could we have a few minutes, please?"
Great. And if you need help understanding the menu or want suggestions, you can ask, what would you recommend?
Or you can ask, "What's popular here?" or "What's your specialty?"
Perfect. Now let's talk about ordering. When the server comes back and says, are you ready to order? What do you say?
If you're ready, you say, "Yes, I'd like to order," and then you say what you want.
Exactly. For example, I'd like to order the grilled chicken, please. Or I'll have the pasta, please.
And here's an important cultural note. In English-speaking countries, it's polite to say please and thank you a lot. It shows respect and friendliness.
Yes, and if you're ordering something that can be cooked different ways, like a steak or burger, the server might ask, how would you like that cooked?
And here are the options: rare, very pink inside; medium rare, a little pink; medium, slightly pink; medium well, just a little pink; or well done, no pink at all.
If you don't know what to say, medium is usually a safe choice. Now, what if you have dietary restrictions? That means foods you can't or don't eat.
Great question. You can say, "I'm allergic to nuts," or "I'm vegetarian," or "I don't eat seafood."
And you can ask, does this dish contain dairy or is this gluten-free?
Most restaurants are very accommodating and will help you find something safe to eat.
Exactly. Now let's talk about drinks. The server usually asks, what can I get you to drink? Or would you like something to drink?
You can say, "I'll have water, please," or "Could I have a Coke?" or "I'd like a coffee, please."
Perfect. And if you want more of something during the meal, you can say, could I have more water? Or could I have extra napkins?
Now, let's practice some of these phrases together. Listeners, repeat after us. Ready?
I'd like to make a reservation for two people.
Table for 4, please.
What would you recommend?
I'll have the salmon, please.
Could I have more bread?
Great job, everyone. Now, let's talk about what happens when you finish eating.
Right. When you're done, the server will usually come by and ask, how was everything? Or did you enjoy your meal?
You can say, "It was delicious, thank you," or "Everything was great," or even "It was wonderful."
And when you're ready to leave and pay, you need to ask for the bill. In American English, you say, check, please. In British English, you say, bill, please.
And here's an important cultural note. In the US and Canada, tipping is expected. Usually you tip 15 to 20% of the total bill.
But in some countries like the UK or Australia, tipping is less common, or the service charge is already included in the bill. So it's good to know the local custom.
Now, what if you're eating with friends and want to pay separately?
You can say, could we split the bill, please? Or separate checks, please.
And if you're paying together but want to divide it equally, you can say, let's split it evenly.
Perfect. Okay, now let's talk about some common mistakes that English learners make in restaurants.
Ooh, this is helpful. What's the first mistake?
Mistake number 1, being too direct. In English, we use polite language in service situations. Don't say, give me water. Say, could I have water, please? Or, I'd like water, please.
Right. Politeness is super important in English-speaking cultures. Mistake number 2, not asking questions when you're confused. If you don't understand something on the menu, just ask, what's in this dish? Or, how is this prepared?
Exactly. Servers are there to help you. Mistake number 3, forgetting to mention allergies or dietary needs. Always speak up if you have dietary restrictions. Your health is important.
And mistake number 4, not practicing these phrases before you go. If you know you're going to a restaurant, practice the key phrases at home first.
Great advice. Now let's talk about mindset shifts because I think a lot of people feel anxious about restaurant situations.
Absolutely. So instead of thinking, I'll embarrass myself if I don't know the perfect words, try saying, the server wants to help me and they'll understand even if my English isn't perfect.
Beautiful. Or instead of, I can't ask questions, they'll think I'm stupid, say, asking questions shows I care about getting what I want. It's smart, not stupid.
Yes, and instead of, I need to know every food word on the menu, say, I just need to know how to ask questions and express my basic needs.
Perfect. These mindset shifts reduce anxiety and help you focus on communication instead of perfection.
Now, let's talk about the benefits of mastering restaurant English.
Great idea. Benefit number one, you'll enjoy dining out so much more. No more stress or confusion, just delicious food and good conversation.
Benefit number two, you'll feel more independent when traveling. You won't need someone to translate for you. You can handle it yourself.
Benefit number three, you'll actually get what you want to eat. No more accidental orders of things you don't like because you couldn't explain yourself.
And benefit number four, your overall English confidence will grow. If you can handle a restaurant, you can handle lots of other situations too.
Yes. And here's the positive cycle. You practice restaurant phrases at home, which builds your confidence. You use them in a real restaurant and the server understands you. You feel proud and successful, which motivates you to practice more English in other situations.
I love that cycle. Now let's give listeners some practical daily goals.
Perfect. Goal number one, learn 3 restaurant phrases this week. Write them down and practice saying them out loud.
Goal number two, watch a scene from a movie or TV show where characters are in a restaurant. Listen to how they order and interact with servers.
Goal number 3, look at an English restaurant menu online and practice saying dish names out loud. Get comfortable with the vocabulary.
And goal number four, if you have the opportunity, visit a restaurant where you can practice English. Even if it's just ordering one item, that's practice.
These goals are achievable and practical. Now, let's share some power phrases to keep listeners motivated.
Yes, here's the first one. Restaurant English is just patterns and phrases. I can learn these patterns.
Love it. Here's another. Every time I practice ordering, I'm building my confidence and my fluency.
Perfect. How about it's okay to ask questions? That's how I learn and get what I need.
Yes, and here's one more. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to communicate clearly enough to be understood.
Those are empowering. Now let's talk about fun ways to practice restaurant English at home.
Great idea. Method 1, role play with a friend or family member. One person is the server, the other is the customer. Practice the whole restaurant experience.
Method 2, watch cooking shows or restaurant shows in English. Shows like MasterChef or Kitchen Nightmares use lots of food vocabulary.
Method 3, follow English-speaking food bloggers or chefs on social media. You'll learn food words in a fun, visual way.
Method 4, use language learning apps that have restaurant scenarios. Many apps have specific lessons for ordering food.
And method 5, create flashcards with restaurant phrases on one side and translations on the other. Review them before you go out to eat.
These are all such practical methods. And listeners, remember, restaurant English is one of the most useful types of English you can learn because everyone eats.
Exactly. And here's something important. Servers in English-speaking countries are usually very friendly and patient. They want you to have a good experience, so they'll help you even if your English isn't perfect.
Right. Don't be afraid to say, sorry, I'm still learning English, or could you repeat that, please? Most people will slow down and help you.
Yes. And one more tip. If you're really nervous, you can prepare by looking at the restaurant's menu online beforehand. Choose what you want in advance and practice saying it.
That's brilliant. Taking away the pressure of deciding on the spot makes the whole experience easier.
Okay, everyone, we're coming to the end of today's episode. Mark, can you summarize the main points for our listeners?
Of course,
So today we talked about how to make a reservation. I'd like to make a reservation for number at time. How to get a table for number, please, or I have a reservation under name. How to order. I'd like to order. I'll have the dish, please. How to ask for recommendations. What would you recommend? How to specify cooking preferences. Rare, medium, medium well, well done. How to mention dietary restrictions. I'm allergic to, or I don't eat. How to request things. Could I have? How to get the bill. Check please, or bill please. How to split the bill. Could we split the bill, or separate checks, please. Cultural notes about politeness, tipping, and asking questions. Common mistakes to avoid. Mindset shifts to reduce anxiety. Benefits of mastering restaurant English. Small daily practice goals, and fun learning methods.
Perfect summary. And here's the most important message. Don't compare yourself to native speakers. The only question that matters is, can I order food a little more confidently than last time?
Yes, maybe last time you just pointed at the menu, and this time you said one full sentence. That's progress. Celebrate it.
Exactly. Every small improvement counts. And remember, communication is the goal, not perfection.
And here's the truth. Even native speakers sometimes stumble over words or forget what they wanted to order. It happens to everyone.
So true. And here's a challenge for you. The next time you have the opportunity, order something in English. It could be at a restaurant, a cafe, or even a food truck. Just try using one phrase from today's episode.
Just one phrase. That's all we're asking. And then come back here and leave us a comment telling us how it went. We want to celebrate with you.
Yes, your success stories inspire other learners and remind everyone that progress is possible.
Okay, before we go, we want to ask for your support. If this episode was helpful, please subscribe to SpeakFlow English right now. Your subscription helps us create more practical lessons like this.
And please share this episode with a friend who's learning English. Maybe you could even practice restaurant role plays together.
And leave us a comment. Tell us, what's your biggest challenge with restaurant English? Or share a phrase you learned today that you're excited to use.
We'll be back next week with another practical English lesson to help you communicate confidently in real-world situations.
Until then, remember, you've got everything you need to order food in English. You just need to take that first step and try.
So go ahead, walk into that restaurant with confidence, use your English, and enjoy your meal. You've got this.
Keep learning, stay positive, and most importantly, don't be afraid to try.
Bye, everyone. Keep flowing with English.
Why? Remember, good food tastes even better when you order it confidently in English.